The K5 is Kia's midsize sedan offering. It was launched in 2021, taking over for the Kia Optima. We did review it last year, the 2021 model. This is the 2022, and here in 2022, the K5 now offers the new Kia badge. We also get new convenience features such as surround view monitor, additional wireless chargers, standard navigation on the GT line, EX and GT trims. Also, in its second year of production, the K5 gets a new trim, the GT-Line Premium all-wheel drive. Now, there is a difference between the GT and GT-Line, and that's basically the engine plus tuned suspension, brakes, and more. We'll talk about that as we get into this vehicle. This is the GT, not the GT-Line. So first, let's go ahead and pop the hood, show you the engine that the GT comes with, and then we'll roll on with the review. All right, so your base engine offering, basically every trim level besides this GT gets a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline four. That pushes 180 horsepower, 195 foot-pounds of torque, and is matched up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And just to show you that Kia is not messing around, here in the GT, you get a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline four. That pushes 290 horsepower, 311 foot-pounds of torque, and is matched up to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. So that's a lot more shoved under the hood, which shows you that Kia really wants this to be the performance line. This isn't just the same car with bigger wheels and fancier styling. This has the power to back up that GT name. We do have bigger wheels, better brake, better tuned suspension, better aerodynamics, but that engine under the hood is what makes this the GT. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the car. So as far as the styling goes, this does have the GT Sport grille, front and rear bumpers, and the gloss black rear spoiler. Like I mentioned, this 2022 does have that new Kia badge, which I think is a huge improvement. We do have LED projection headlights, as well as LED fog lights. We have power folding side mirrors, and they do power fold on lock, which is a great feature. Our wheels here are the 19-inch sport alloy wheels with GT brakes. And again, to show you that they're serious, these are wrapped in Pirelli P0 all-season tires. Around the back, we have the LED tail lights with the LED strip along the trunk lid, as well as that quad tip exhaust, which looks really great on this GT. And I also do really like the color of this. This is the sapphire blue, which looks great with the lines and intricacies of the design. The overall dimensions of this midsize sedan are 193.1 inch overall length. Your width is 73.2 inches. Overall height is 56.9 inches. And your wheelbase is 112.2 inches. And just to make sure it's still usable as a midsize sedan, you have 16.0 cubic feet of cargo volume, plenty for the day-to-day grocery shopping, holds our camera gear just fine. If you've got kids and you're taking them to sports athletic things, you've got plenty of room for stuff back here. Taking it on a road trip, you've got plenty of room. It is a midsize sedan, you get a decent trunk here. All right, and with that, let us move inside. We'll take a look at the interior and the tech in this thing, and then we'll take it for a drive and let you know how that power feels. All right, guys, we're gonna run through the interior of the K5 pretty quickly. The biggest thing to note here is the new color scheme, seats, but most of the layout is pretty similar to the previous one we reviewed. So let's get into it. First off, this interior is new for 2022. We do have Syntex seating material with sport front bucket seats. This is the chestnut brown with black. And as much as people like the exterior design of this, I got a ton of compliments about the interior look. And I agree, I think it looks really good. These seats are super comfortable. They're nice and plush. They're heated and cooled seats, automatic adjusting seats. The driver's seat has memory settings to it. In here, we also have the premium Bose system, and this gives us a 12-speaker surround sound system. Let's go ahead and kick it on and check everything out. It is a push-button start. And if you've seen any Kias in 2022, this setup should look familiar. We've got a nice large 10.25 inch widescreen touchscreen display. I've already ranted and raved about how much I like this UX of the new Kia system. I think it looks really good. The icons look good. The graphics look good. It's nice and responsive. Where a lot of manufacturers, even luxury brands, are having trouble keeping up with the times and having nice responsive displays, this thing is great. You also get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging, and a slew of other great features here, including a new surround view monitor. Here we have all our AC and heat controls, 2 USB Type A ports for charging and for interfacing with the infotainment system, as well as a 12-volt, 180-watt accessory port. Next up, the automatic shifter. Just a traditional shifter, not an e-shifter. You do have an electronic parking brake though, as well as a button for the surround view monitor, parking sensors, and an auto hold button. Here's your toggle for heated or cooled seats, heated steering wheel toggle, drive mode selector, and this is your wireless charger. Behind that is a nice armrest with a nice console, another USB charger down here. Next up, we have the GT Sport Design steering wheel, a little bit of a flat bottom, nice beefy grips. You have all your controls here on the steering wheel, paddle shifters behind, basic setup, but it's a nice beefy, sporty feeling steering wheel. Behind that is your 2 analog gauges and your center digital gauge. Obviously that can be flipped through to show different information. But with that, let's get this thing out on the road, talk about how it drives, and then we'll wrap up the video talking about the price and some of my final thoughts, but let's keep going. So we do have a drive mode select that gives us fuel saving eco mode, a sport plus mode, and a comfort mode. That sport plus mode does give you launch control, which is pretty cool. We'll try to do a 0 to 60 in this thing just to see how it feels. Kia does say that the K5 GT is faster than a BMW 330i 0 to 60. So this thing should hit it at 5.7 seconds, 0.28 seconds faster than the 330i. And that comes down to the 311 pound-feet of torque and the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. We also have a slew of safety features, including the driver attention warning, standard on all trims. We have blind spots collision avoidance assist. We have a rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist. We have forward collision avoidance assist. We have lane keeping assist and lane following assist. All great things for long distance driving or jumping up on the highway, which we did some of. All in all, just a stellar driving vehicle. So let's go ahead and put it into Sport Plus mode. We'll have a little bit of fun back here on our makeshift track. We're just in auto shifting, no paddle shifters. And that power comes on really well. It's got a little bit of body roll, but not too much. Sounds pretty good for a turbocharged 4-cylinder. Yeah, that power is good though. Once it comes on, takes a little bit of turbo lag in it, but brakes are good too. Just a good chassis, good suspension, good brakes, good power. Kia's done a fantastic job with making the K5 a sport sedan. Even being front wheel drive, this thing just this thing just goes. It's even screeching the tires. Let's get out here on a bit of a straight and try a 0 to 60. Again, we're in Sport Plus mode. I don't really know the launch control, how to get that going, so we're just gonna launch it. Ready, set, go. That's 60. I mean, probably could have launched it better, but this thing is pretty ridiculous. Let's take it out of sport mode and go to normal comfort mode, and everything quietens down, and now it's just a well-driving sedan. So I don't always like comparing the two, but I did drive the Hyundai Sonata N, and I did say while driving that vehicle, the N isn't just the sport version, it is the best version of that sedan, and I think that's the same with this, having that extra power, having that tighter suspension and rigid chassis really goes a long way to making this just a great sedan overall, but also makes it a ton of fun to drive. Again, these GT bucket seats are super comfortable, going on longer road trips just fine in this. Everything is laid out very well. It's a bit of a cockpit design where you have the infotainment system kind of facing you, which makes more sense in a GT car than it does in a family SUV, but it's even not that dramatic, so the passenger doesn't feel like they're completely left out, and everything is still very easy for you to touch as the driver. Fuel economy numbers in this are decent. Obviously, you're going to get better fuel economy with the 1.6 liter turbo, but this we've been averaging 20.8 miles to the gallon during our full week, and that's having a lot of fun with it and leaving it idle as we take video and pictures. And of course, it's not all about the sportiness, it's also about the technology packed in here. Technology with the Apple CarPlay and the infotainment system, but also technology with safety and driving. And again, overall, I think it's just the best version of the K5 that you can buy, but with getting that best version, with getting that better engine and the GT trimming, you are paying the price, obviously. So let me pull back over. We'll jump back out, brave the wind once again, and talk about the price of this thing and some of my final thoughts, and we'll wrap the video there. All right, so before we wrap it up, let's touch on a few different things, including the trims, price, and some of my final thoughts. Trims here include the LX, the LS, the GT line, the EX, and the GT. Base price for a base K5 starts around $23,000. The GT starts around $31,000, and this one that we have here spec'd out the way that it is with the GT1 package is just over $36,000. So in the grand scheme of things, with the interior, the power that this gets, the handling that it has, the overall package that you get with this, I think that's actually a decent price. The K5 is a great sedan, and this GT trim is a really good trim on top of that. And like I said, you're not just getting exterior touch-ups, you are getting a better engine, better suspension, better brakes, the works. And if you're looking for a front-wheel drive, sporty GT sedan, this is a great option. And I specify front-wheel drive because if you are looking for a real sport sedan that's rear-wheel drive, you might check out the Kia Stinger or a ton of other vehicles. I'll try to leave a playlist of sports sedans that I've driven if you're interested in those. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Sorry about if there was much wind noise. It's a crazy windy day and you gotta be outside to film a car review. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the K5 GT. Also be sure to go check out TXGARAGE.com if you haven't already. We've got a lot of written reviews over there, as well as event and news coverage from a lot of great authors. But with that, guys, thanks for watching.